Welcome back to the PRL podcast. This week we will be discussing the two divisions trip to the Barcelona circuit last Saturday and giving a little bit of a preview for the Monaco Grand Prix this weekend. Also, we will be trialling a new segment, hopefully you guys like it, and that'll be at the end of the Division 1 section. But yeah, finally, gladly, all three of us are here for once. I mean, Mitch, you're alive, you're breathing.
Yeah, fortnight's
It's
a
good
good
to
game.
hear that voice. It's good to hear that voice.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that rounds us on. Mitch, if you would like to take us through some of the Spanish quali and race for Division 1.
Yeah, a very wet quali in the end. I don't think anyone really expected that. When the black screen came off and it was drenched,
It
the
was
track was
pouring
just
down.
so
It's
wet.
like we were in
Sunk,
Britain
sunk.
or something.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Yeah, so June got pole, 31-1. Only 22,000, sorry, off Falcon. And then Harry also 36,000 off June.
Jeez,
So
very
the front
close
three are
on
very
top.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcon was second then, and then Harry and Decky 3 and 4. Louis, the reserve driver, who showed good pace.
That was his
Starting
first
P5.
race this season.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was
good
only
quali
3
from
temps
him.
off pole. Yeah. Flair in P6. Killer, yeah, again considering his good form, P7
He's
on the grid.
consistent, Gee.
Yeah, and then Jari P8 making the most of those inters at the end. I was 9th, and then Maxi Luca rounds out the top 10. We then had quite a few drivers outside the top 10 who shouldn't really have been there.
Yeah.
Cara, the first one, he's bottling quali a lot
He
this
has had a
season.
nightmare
Sam
for
as well.
quali, hasn't he? Yeah, you don't really expect me and you out there, do you, Gary?
No,
The
no,
usual
never.
top 5 contenders to see
Yeah.
us in the bottom 5. I'm
Yeah,
sure
see me at
everyone
last
was
place,
shocked.
like that's never seen that before. Like.
Michael was also with Cara in P12. He went on to have quite a mixed-up race, didn't he? With a lot of lag.
We'll get on to that. Gee.
Yeah. Neo bottle quali as well, P14. Then we had Rick, P15. Then PRL Smithy, P16.
Let's not talk about
Not a
it.
great quality for him. Yeah,
Nah, for his standards, was really good.
yeah, that was a strong quality from
Fair
him.
play.
And then we'll go to right at the back of the grid down there. 4.2 seconds off pole position. We have a PRL Gary Donovan.
Yeah.
Any
it's
comments
good to be
on
on the
that?
pace for once. It's good to be on the pace for once. Like, if I had a nail in my lap, still wouldn't have got pole, but you know.
To be fair though, it was one of those quali sessions where it was very much the last person aligned had a
Yeah, I
track
did
that was
crash
about
in my lap as well.
like quarter of a second faster than the person before him. So
Yeah, the inter's about
definitely
2
led
seconds
for
quicker,
led for an interesting race, didn't it?
Yeah, we'll move on to that.
So now on to the race, but before we start, due to technical difficulties, we have had to re-record part of the PRL podcast. So you won't hear Mitch for about 5 to 10 minutes. It'll just be me and Gary, but he will be back, so don't worry. So Gary, yeah, take us through the Division 1 Spain results.
After a very controversial and exciting race, Falcon took the win home, followed by Decky in P2. Falcon,
Those two were so close,
Yeah.
weren't they?
yeah, just those two, and the rest followed. Mitch for 23 seconds behind Falcon, so it was just those two in a league of their own.
I was
Yeah,
just about to
that
say
was-
it's fair to say those two were head and shoulders above the rest, and it'll be really interesting to see how that duel pays out because they were just trading lap times even on different strategies.
Yeah,
So props to them, they were so much faster than the rest of the
Yeah.
field, that's for sure.
good recovery drive from Falcon after a poor Bahrain race.
Yeah,
Getting another
yeah,
win.
2 wins out of 3 now. He's
And for Decky as well.
yeah, definitely his first clean race. Would you say Falcon is now the favourite for the title, or is it too early to discount Decky and Cara?
I think it's still too early to discount Cara and Decky. Cara still hasn't been able to hook up the perfect race yet, so
Yeah, far
hopefully
from
he can get that. Yeah, hopefully he can get that sorted out and
Agreed.
make a real title charge. But moving on now to Falcon, not Falcon, sorry, Mitch in P3. good to see him back on the podium.
Yeah, good to have Williams getting some serious
Williams,
points on the board.
Probably their only podium of the season.
I hope not.
Hopefully that gives him more motivation because he has been lacking some lately. But
I think it's his best tracks coming up. So
yeah, Monaco, he loves Monaco.
If there was ever a time for him to have gained motivation, it's Monaco, Canada, Baku. So we'll see.
And then Maxi in P4 coming through the grid once again.
Ooh, he had a race, didn't he? He was at the heart of everything.
Everything revolves around Maxi that race. Good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, great drive from him. I don't know where he started, but it was.
He started P10.
Oh, I thought it was towards back. Oh, that's not bad from him, to be fair. But he was in a lot of instances. Maybe he needs to calm down a little. But from what I saw, it was hard but fair. And there was just one incident that looked over the line, which was with Michael. But when a car's lagging a lot, it's really frustrating. Like, you want to drive fair, but it's happened to me before. I've had a car lag in front of me. You just want to get past him. So you just instinctively think, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to push you off here, but you could take my wing off.
You're ruining my race, so...
Yeah, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, really.
Yeah. And Neo P5 after a poor quality after getting caught in those tricky conditions.
He'll be happy with that, given he was like the last car on track at one point.
Yeah, at one point, don't know what happened to him there. But disappointing for Harry in P6, really went backwards in that race.
Yeah, I think he'd maybe not practice as much as usual because he was off pace to his usual form.
He had a good quality, but race pace was lacking a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Killer, probably one of the most consistent drivers so far in P7.
The most consistent, surely.
Yeah.
He's had sixth and seventh. Like, you can't beat that, really.
He's had a really good start to the season. Then June in P8, what it might have been for him.
But it's everything for June is might be's. It might have been a good result in Australia if A hadn't got caught in that incident at the start and B hadn't spun by himself. This is the second time he's spun with no one else around him. And Bahrain, his mistake led to a collision which lost him a podium.
Yeah.
June could be winning the championship.
He could be, but he's not.
Little more went his way.
Hopefully he can cut out those mistakes.
You'd hope so, yeah. It's good to see him at the front again.
And then in P9's Goodell Sam after starting 16th.
I guess it depends what angle you look at it from. From starting 16th, coming 9th's not bad, but there are just so many things that just didn't go well for me. Yeah, fortunately it didn't affect Rick. I'd have been really pissed off if my lag affected someone else's race.
Rick over.
But yeah, Rick couldn't get back in, could he? But it was a bit of a nightmare of a race, to be honest.
Sam, when are you going to get your quality together? I mean, come on. Have you been in the top 10 yet?
I've been P10. I've been P10. So yeah.
Wow.
As his YouTube titles keep going, more points thrown away.
The league has just got so competitive. Like, one mistake and you find yourself losing so many positions, which is good to see, but for someone who makes a lot of mistakes like me, it's really not what you want to see. So, yeah. I mean, my pace was pretty good, but I've never had a race that was so unlucky. Nothing went my way that race. Other than the tyres lasted.
You said that every race so far.
No, Bahrain was completely my fault. The penalty the computer gave me was a bit bullshit, but it was my mistake that led to it, so I accept that. Australia, I couldn't do anything race against them, but Spain, everything was going against me. Lag ruined my race. I then got a stop and go penalty that affected my race for overtaking a car on the grass. Like, what? Should I have just waited for him? I don't get why the game does that still, but you know,
should have hit him.
It's gonna equal out. I have so much bad luck at the start that
he's gonna win a race.
Come Brazil at the end, I'll be top of the table.
Win Monaco.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah, then we had Flair in P10, who started 6th.
I think got wing damage, didn't he?
I think he did,
He had quite a good race, and then I think his tyres dropped off or something, or he picked up his wing damage
Pretty
as
sure
well.
he got wing damage off.
I know he did get wing damage, but I think his pace might have been dropping off a bit before then.
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it was good to see him up there because he obviously missed Bahrain. So
Yeah, then YHYY just missing out on the points. He was close to you, Sam, at one
he
point,
was
I think.
way faster than I thought
Yeah.
he was. I overtook him on my mediums. I thought, right, that'll be the end of him. But he held his pace really well. Like, he was really consistent on the harder
He only
time.
lost P10 down to penalties, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Then Kara, the bottle job himself.
His race was
P12.
horrible. Jesus.
Yeah, I think he crashed with Jarry really early on, didn't he? On lap 2 or something.
Yeah, it looked a bit like a Verstappen Hamilton at Bahrain. It looked like Kara kind of squeezed Jari a bit more than he needed to. And
Yeah.
it ended up backfiring on Kara more so than Jari, I think. And then I think Kara got damage on Michael. I'm not
He got
100%
damage
sure.
off someone else.
It was, yeah, it was somewhere else in that front, like second packet by the front. But yeah, he needs to turn it. Actually, I say he needs to turn it around. He's still 3rd or 4th in the championship or
It's
something.
madness.
Like, and to think that he's there and he's had such a pretty bad season, to be fair, in the grand scheme of things for him,
An
and
awful
he's
season.
still there. So it's actually
Just-
impressive that he's that high up. Worrying, in fact.
And then we had Agony, P13. I didn't really see too much of him.
No, he
But-
went on a bit of a different strategy, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he
He
started
did
on
get the
hard.
fastest lap, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right at the end.
I think Jarry had a bit of a bad race as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Not
I
sure where he
was actually
finished.
involved in his collision, and I think it was his fault completely, so I'm not guilty at all.
Oh, I did a really good. Yeah, do you want to move on to Monaco preview then?
Yes, well, I'm sure you
Can I
want
just
to
start?
move on to the
Can I
Monaco
just start?
preview.
Gary, can you tell me who's won the? He won last year. Last year's Monaco Grand Prix. Can you
Last
tell me?
season. Don't know.
I can't remember.
One, yeah.
Well, I can, because it was me. Who won season 14?
See,
Who won
you're
that?
living in the past, mate.
See, I can't remember that either. It's probably someone quite
I think I won
bad.
that as well.
Oh, well, there you go. It was someone quite bad.
Must have been a fluke.
But yeah, so
Well-
jokes aside, this is actually probably it probably must be your most successful track.
It's only good
the
track.
2
Yeah.
times you've done it, you've won.
Yeah.
It's definitely a track that favours the wheel. So
Nah.
you
Don't even go
fellow
there.
wheel drivers will be up there. We already know that Kara, Michael, as Jim can't race, and Gary, I don't think you can either. But
probably
Oh, all the big four there, missing out.
I was waiting for him to say my name.
the big 4. But yeah, without Kara and Michael there,
Okay.
and Decky's already openly said he probably won't be practicing for this race. So
Yeah.
you've really only got Falcon on the wheel who's competing against you. So I mean, Maxi
Yeah,
said
hope
he
his
was
connection
good
doesn't
here,
go,
actually.
you know.
Maxi said he was good, so we'll see.
Yeah. Wait, it's Maxi. Oh yeah, I forgot about Maxi. Good
But
point, actually.
I would say you're the favourite for it, but that's only just because I know you want this win so badly. But
Yeah, 3 in a row would be good.
yeah, it's going to be a carnage race. From my perspective, I hope for dry rain, like the worst conditions possible. I need as many DNS if I'm going to get a point. Like,
That's why I'm pretty annoyed if I miss this race, because it's a good chance if you keep it clean, you can get a good amount of points.
I think if you kept a clean race with like decent, like average pace, like hitting your apexes, I think you'd get like P6. Like
Yeah, you would
last
get a good-
season, didn't Kara crash 3 times or something?
Yeah.
I know Adam got P6 last season.
Did he?
That's
What?
No, but no, he didn't. No, sorry, thinking different track.
Oh,
Oh, I was
He
going to
got
say.
points
He's in the
though.
flashbacks.
He did get points. He did get points though.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, if you can
Have you ever got
finish,
points?
is it
It is Adam,
39
so, like-
laps or 38?
39.
If you can finish 39 with all 4 wheels, I give props to that because I can't. So, yeah, fair
Yeah.
play if anyone finishes it.
I've got a quick little game we can play. How many front wings do you think will be replaced during across the whole PRL?
Across the whole.
About 50 in D2.
God, if we're factoring D2, we could be in triple figures here.
maybe even quadruple.
I'll take a wild guess, and I'll say 21.
I'm going to say across D1,
Yeah, I'd say about that.
there will be 6 wings replaced.
I'll be
No.
more than 6.
I'd go more than that, Jesus.
Uh,
Like 11,
no, I'll
12.
say. Yeah, I'll say 11, and then across D2, I'd say. See, the thing is,
36.
D2,
Whole
because
grid.
they don't all play the game that much, they don't know how much wing damage costs you. So I could easily see Ibo just driving around with half a wing, thinking,
No
he's,
wing,
still,
no wing.
thinking he's still getting the optimal performance out of his car. So. Broken wings in D2 might be lower than thought, because a lot of people might just not pit because they don't realise how much time they're losing.
You would lose a lot of time though in the pits. There's a very, very long pit lane, or
You
it's a
would,
slow
but-
pit lane. I mean,
Oh my god, you have no wing in Monaco, you must be losing, like, not knowing, let's say you have 0.
3 seconds.
You must be losing at least 2.5 seconds a lap.
No, I say you're
Easy.
gaining time, to be honest.
Yeah, let's
straight line in the
wait.
chicanes and...
Yeah.
I
Do you want to
think
make a
that-
prediction then for top 5?
Oh yeah, completely forgot about that. Top 5, I will say Mitch, Maxi, Neo Falcon, and Decky in 5th.
I'll
Okay, fair
say not Mitch, not Mitch, not Mitch, not Mitch, and not Mitch.
How very kind of you. Seriously,
No,
Gary?
seriously though. Yeah, Mitch for the win.
Oh,
Falcon in
Just lapping
seconds.
this up, Jesus.
if his connection doesn't go, just
Decky will go third. We get third.
Third?
Third. Yeah. Neo in 4th. And I'm gonna say Rick's gonna get P5.
I forgot.
Oh,
Rick.
no, I
think
forgot
he's
about
quite
Rich.
good at this
There's a lot of
track, isn't he?
drivers that could get points.
Rich?
I'll make my prediction now.
Can't say yourself.
I'll go from 5th to 1st. I think in 5th we'll probably have. I think Killer will be in the top 5. His pace looks really good.
Oh, I
especially in the
forgot. He
race.
loves Monaco, doesn't he?
Yeah,
that.
I think he'll be 4th or 3rd. It's so hard to call. I think Falcon will be 5th because I just think he's gonna lose his wing or something.
Yeah.
I'll say Killer 4th, Decky 3rd, Maxi 2nd, and then hopefully if everything goes to plan, I'll win.
Just saying, if
Um,
Maxi does get 2nd, Maxi is actually pretty damn high up the table in the actual
Yeah.
whole thing, which I don't think anyone predicted, given his performance
No.
last season. He got 1 point in 4 races, I think.
And I'd
he
be
never
happy.
really looked like getting that many points either. Like, he was never near the front. Whereas this season, he's genuinely had very good pace in every race we've done, to be fair.
He keeps coming like back through the field. Like in Australia, he was fighting
Yeah,
back through.
I think
Spain,
if he
started
can
10th.
quali high. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
his
a really
race
good
pace is
point.
good.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But I think there'll be a lot of broken wings and a few crashes in quali. So there's going to be a few
Oh,
drivers
yeah,
starting
100%.
way down.
Yeah.
It's just about who can keep it clean, really, this race.
Yeah.
Rain would make it really interesting, like you said, Sam.
Ooh.
If we had
Spice
like, a
things
few
up.
sprinkles.
It'd be so hard to see because the cars are so. Imagine lap 1. It's hard enough seeing the
Yeah.
cars in front of you
Yeah.
anyway, but with spray, I think I just won't move off my grid slot. I'll just let everyone
There'd be
get
a lot
to
of
about
broken front wings and a
turn
lap
4
1 if it rains.
before I take turn 1. But
I
yeah,
think that's covered.
I think that
all of
rounds
that.
it up, doesn't it?
Really?
Rounds up
Yeah.
D1.
Yeah.
Now onto the new segment, which we will temporarily call Quickfire Questions, but we would love it if you guys would comment down below what you would like to call this segment. The idea behind this is we will ask the guest 10 questions where he or she, at the moment it'll be a he, gives a one-word answer and can only explain, they can give a little explanation on questions which aren't as self-explanatory. But, moving on, the first guest of this week is reigning champion Decky106. How are you, Decky?
Fine. How are you?
I'm not too bad, I'm not too bad. Right, so the Decky will be giving a driver as an answer, and it'll only be drivers from Division 1. So don't be offended, Division 2 guys, if you don't hear your name. He won't say it and that's if he knows your name. So,
He probably doesn't know who you are.
moving on. First question. These will be quick, Decky, so on the spot.
Yeah.
Who is the best driver on the grid?
Thank you, 106.
Who is the most annoying driver on the track?
Haribo.
Who is the most underrated driver on the grid?
Neo.
Who's the most overrated driver on the grid?
Kara.
Which driver do you get on best with?
Oh, don't like to say that.
I knew you'd say that.
If you were an esports manager and you had to pick 2 PRL drivers for your team to coach, who would you pick? Imagine everyone's on a wheel but are at the same pace they are right now.
Kara Deki.
No, you're the coach. You can't say
You're the coach,
yourself,
pick yourself.
Decky.
I mean, Kara Neo. You have to get a German in there.
Okay. Which PRL driver makes you laugh the most?
Probably Sam.
That hurts. Who's the most improved driver?
Neo.
Ooh, okay. Driver you would least want behind you. 3 laps to go. He's on fresh tyres. He's half a second faster than you.
Mitch, because he would crash me out.
Okay.
And finally, Falcon or Jarry?
Fucking.
Ooh, okay. Well, that rounds it off. I hope you enjoyed that, Decky. But is there anything you would like to add or say to any drivers?
No, not really.
Okay.
You're not going to say, Decky's coming, he wants his title back?
You're not
No?
going to chat a bit of shit or anything?
Nah, just Kara, basically.
Just Cara, okay, fair enough.
Basically.
Just Cara. Right, so cheers for coming on, Decky. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks,
Wish you
Decky.
all the best on Monaco, and we will see you a bit later.
Yeah, no problem. See you.
Now, on to the second driver of this week's episode. He'll get the same questions as Decky did. So welcome the PRL legend, German hero, absolute sound guy, Neo1993. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for the invite. Glad to be
Oh,
here.
it's a pleasure.
Good to have you.
It's a pleasure. It's very true.
So, to start off the questions, these will be quick fire. You won't have much time to think. You can explain on a few of them if you want to. So,
I'm fast. Let's go.
who is the best driver on the grid?
Who?
Who?
One lap pace? Oh, okay, wait. The best driver. I do say. Who? It's a hard one. I'm honest. I'm gonna go with Kare.
Who's the most annoying driver on track?
Most. Haribo for me.
Who is the most underrated driver on the grid?
Driver. Wick. The courage.
Yes. Who's the most overrated driver on the grid? Sorry.
Sam.
Little bitch.
That was a joke. What was it? Was a joke? Wait. Most overrated. Probably. Is anyone overrated? I don't know really.
You gotta say someone.
Adam.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
I had no answer if I'm honest. I don't know.
Which
Just pick one.
driver do you get on best with in Division 1?
Different one. You Sam. It's you.
Oh.
If you were an esports manager and you had to pick 2 PRL drivers for your team to coach, who would you pick? And imagine everyone's on a wheel but have the same pace as they do right now.
Angelo and Mitch Emery.
Ooh, okay. Which PRL driver makes you laugh the most? For whatever reason.
Again, you Sam and Gary. Gary sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know how
Sometimes,
to
I'll take
please
it.
the people asking you questions.
No. That's my honest opinion.
Who's the most improved driver?
Killer Blue.
Okay. Which is the driver you would least want behind you with 3 laps to go? He's on fresh tyres and he's half a second faster than you.
Again, Harry Ball.
Okay.
And finally, Decky or Cara?
Got it.
Oh, okay. Right, so thank you for answering all those questions. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Oh, well, was a pleasure.
Is there anything you want to say to the people listening? You don't have to, but is there anything you want to say?
I don't want to call out anyone, but for the ladies out here, feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever.
Well, you heard him, ladies.
See you
so
later.
I know we've got quite a big audience out there.
I hope so.
Cheers for having you on there. So moving on to D2, Mitch, do you want to take us through some of the quality of the race?
Yes, I do. Give me a second to get them up. Right, so Tigby got pole then in Spain.
That's his first pole of the season.
Which is good for him. Yeah.
That's just surprising.
He beat Kalek to pole.
Oh, Caleb's
then
a
we had-
machine. Jeez.
Yeah, he looks really fast. He looks fast around Monaco as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Army Tricks in third. V5, P4. They're the
Good
big
point.
guys from last season, I guess.
Yeah.
Then you got Danny in fifth. That was his first race in D1. No, D2, sorry.
He's
Yeah,
about where we
roughly.
thought he would be, isn't he?
Yeah.
Top 5, really.
Yeah. Old School in P6, which is a great result for him.
Good quality.
Dave P7, Switch on his return in P8. Good for him. I'm sure he'll be finding some time in Monaco as well.
He is a beast at Monaco, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started third, I believe, last season in D1.
Yeah, I think he was
But
really.
he did use assists when he does Monaco, so and he
Yeah.
said he's using no assists, so we'll see about that.
Then Maka in P9. Started on the medium tyres, I think, or
That's
qualified
not
on
bad. It's not bad on mediums.
them. Then Aaron J. Spence in P10. Robert, only the driver of the D2 season so far, isn't it?
He's the what?
Was it Robert? He's been doing really well.
He has been doing well,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing-
He has
yeah.
been doing well.
Yeah. Driver of D2 season so far, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
could've won. Yeah, he definitely won them.
P12 you had Bellin, Emperor P13, Ibbo P14. Shout out to Ibbo. Then in P15 we had Karkinen on the hard tyres. Don't really know what he's doing there. Then in P16 we had James who got disqualified. Same with Naluigi.
Don't know what hit they were doing.
44.
Disqualified?
Yeah.
How'd you
Don't
get
really know how he did that.
disqualified in quali?
D2 surprised me every week.
They always pull something out the bag.
There's always something that gives us something to talk about.
Then we had Kalek, who won the race. Danny in P2. Naluigi from P17 on the grid to third.
He got
Great.
third?
Brilliant race move.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He must have had pace.
Yeah, he must have been really quick.
Fair.
Tigby the Pulse only P4. James P5. Started 16th as well. Good,
Wow.
very good races from those two side of the back. Switch when he's on his return in P6. Robert in P7, continuing his good form in the points.
Well,
Karkinen in P8. Dave P9. And Bellin round out the points in the Williams.
Jeez.
Yeah, Williams not doing too well in both divisions.
People that started in the top 10 in quali
Didn't get the
finish
top 10 in the
10th
race.
Yeah, didn't get top 10, yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell does that work then?
I'm not sure what the
Caleb's
strategy
an
is. Maybe
absolute monster. Jeez.
maybe some of them went for the 4-stop, you know.
Like, it
Just
obviously
put an
was
extra set of tyres
the
on.
best strategy.
I
Was the
wonder
best
what
strategy.
happened to Tiggerby. Where did he finish?
He finished
I think
P4.
Oh, he finished P4. Oh, I thought he quit.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah.
Didn't know that. Sorry.
V5 only P11. He started P4.
He had a
Ooh.
puncher. It's funny because he said on the other podcast in the comments, he said, predict when
Yeah.
I'll get a puncher, and he actually got a puncher. But
Got
what
a
I don't get is why he went an extra lap. I watched his highlights, and his tyres were on 74% when he started his next lap. Like,
Wouldn't risk it.
when you're in, I
Yeah.
think, I'm not sure he was in first place at the time. I might be wrong, like a net first place at least. But when you're in that high up, I don't see why you want to take the risk going above
You
that
don't have to.
75.
You don't have to.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to. So yeah,
We
I
know
think
how quick he is as well, so
I don't
Exactly.
think it backfired. Where did he come in the race? P11, did you say?
11. Yeah.
Oh, it did backfire. I think he went onto the wrong tyres or something. There was something else that
did-
went wrong with his race.
He did
I
that
forgot
in
what it was.
Bahrain as well, didn't he? Put him on 2-stop.
He's having a bit of a nightmare with strategy, isn't he? He's got the pace,
Yeah,
but he's
he's
just
got the
not
pace.
getting the strategy right every time. Just I'm going to announce this to D2 now, okay? If your tyres go above 75%, you're taking a gamble. Anywhere above 75, your tyres can puncture. Doesn't matter what compound you're on. It doesn't matter how you're driving. It is predetermined by the game. When you load those tyres onto your car, the game has already decided when your tyres will puncture. And yes,
So
your
don't
driving can minimise getting to that rate, if you know what I mean. So you can drive slow and you won't get there as fast. But as soon as you hit that, you're getting it. There's no luck. It's predetermined before the race. So just don't go above 75 if you can avoid it.
Do it.
I say that I've been above 75 in every race I've done so
Yeah.
far.
Old school in P12. Another
Not the
bottler,
finish he wanted.
P6.
He was really looking forward
Yeah.
to this race as well.
He started P6 as well. Emperor started P13, finished P13. Another Williams car.
Solid drive.
Ibo, P14. Started P14.
P14.
Keep his position well done.
Consistency.
Then we had the DNFers. Aaron J. Spence, P15. I'm not really sure what happened to these guys. Maka, and then Army.
Oh,
Maka
Maka
missed out
again.
some good
Army
points.
spun with V5, I think. V5
Oh, right.
overtook him and Army spun, I think. Turn 5? It's the right-hander, start of sector 2. Maybe turn 4.
Quite a few like bottle jobs in. I mean,
Yes, definitely.
yeah, it looks like you had more chance of finishing the points if you started P17.
Than if you
P1.
started P1.
Yeah. Yeah, that rounds out D2 then. We're going to the prediction now.
So yeah, look at Monaco. Well, I mean,
Which are the wheel users?
Oh,
I
Any?
think
I
V5
mean-
has one.
I think Calec's won, but even if he's paired,
Tigby.
I'm just going to say Calec might win this race. I feel like
Oh,
he's
he's in a
probably
10.
rapid.
He's in the 10s.
Oh, so he is fast. He's faster
I
than
don't
me.
think
Probably
it's
quicker than
about-
you.
Think
don't
I
think it's
should
about for the
switch with him
win.
this race.
It's the battle.
Have we got another Jarry?
Oh god.
He could
So-
be.
I think they think Tiggerby will be faster. I think he's on a wheel. Army
Yeah.
might be fast, but Army seems like a driver who's very prone to error. Like I think in a lot
Yeah.
of races this season so far, Army has been at because I know in Australia he's spun by himself, and Monaco's the one track where you really can't make an error. Like there's no
No, you
gravel
can't.
trap to catch you or anything. You're
Yeah,
losing
just
a
wall.
wing or a wheel, or you're exceptionally lucky and you somehow just bounce off it, which I'm
Yeah.
really hoping happens to me.
I think Tigby, Steve, I know they're on wheels. They could be up there.
I thought Steele was on the
I think-
pad.
Nah, Steve.
I know Steve is on a pad, isn't he? Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Ibo's on a wheel, isn't he? He could maybe we'll see a pole.
Maybe we could see it,
Whip a
but
lap out the
pushing
back.
the top 5.
Switch, he's always.
Oh yeah, Switch.
good
If he
there,
turns
isn't he?
assists on, Switch might win. If he keeps
Yeah.
him off, I'm not sure.
Yeah. It'll be a
Um,
battle of who can finish rather than
I think
who can win.
Maka could do alright.
Yeah.
Well, Maka's got quite a distinctive driving style. I think Monaco
Just
might be a
slap the
track.
controller.
I think Monaco might be a track where this style definitely. Like, I think, do you need to be smooth at Monaco? I'd have thought you want to be
Yeah,
really smooth.
they need to
at
be
Monaco.
accurate. It's about the turning because you
Can't
turn
be
it too
accurate
early.
on
You hit
pads.
the wall. Yes, you
I would
can.
have thought Waluigi. When I spectated Waluigi, his driving style was super smooth. I really liked it. V5 will definitely be up there as well.
Yeah.
D2 is actually getting
Don't be
way
tight.
faster than I thought. This like last season, it was so easy to just say, "Oh yeah, Jari will win," but now this season, you've got
It's actually
like
really interesting.
6 different drivers that could easily challenge for wins. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Good to
they'll have
see.
a good race.
Yeah, that's about it then. I think there'll be a lot of front wings gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Both
definitely.
divisions.
If it
100%.
rains. Yeah.
I hope for rain, personally.
Yeah,
It'll
you are
spice
a
up
bit of a
bit.
monster in the wet, so.
But yeah, do you want to round it out, Sam?
Yeah, I think that rounds it out. Right, so that rounds out our, what would you call it? Like a cover of the Spain Grand Prix and a preview of the Monaco Grand Prix. But now we have, oh no, we don't have the, oh my god, I just completely bottled that.
It's done. We
It's
did it
bottling,
already.
everyone.
That can be done. I can cut that out in Share Factory,
Yeah.
and we'll just go from where you. So, thing is, I don't know if we're gonna do this with a D2 guy. Unless we have Mark on, no one else will do it. And Mark has literally been on it so many times. I mean, is there a point in having him on as a guest at this point?
Nah.
Maybe just have like a D1 and be like, in
Yeah,
future,
I'll
if any
just
D2
round it
drivers
up.
want to
Yeah,
get on.
no, that's great. Yeah, I'll say that.
Because none of them even volunteer or anything. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Apart from Mark.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna go. Right, so yeah, that rounds up the PRL podcast this week. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we haven't got any D2 guys doing the new segment or trialing it. Obviously, Mark was more than happy to do it, but we feel like Mark, we want to make him like a special treat to the podcast, not just someone that's living on the podcast with us. So I'm sure we'll have him on next week. But this is definitely a call to any D2 guys. We don't bite. If you want to come on the podcast, just message one of us. We can try and arrange a time to do it, because doesn't seem like there's that much enthusiasm to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Just Mark, and that's it.
I'm not sure if we're doing something wrong, but please tell us anything you want, and we'll try to sort it out. So yeah, have a good race, have a good week, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Good
See
luck.
you guys.